City government steps into the spotlight as Lawndale residents step into the voting booth. Our youth witness government in action. Public safety heroes are honored and local parks get a makeover. These stories and more are coming your way as Lawndale Living begins right now. Hello and welcome to Lawndale Living, the show that features everything Lawndale. I'm your host, Anita Khaled-Barry. It is great to be back in Lawndale. I really missed everyone here in the community and working with the great crew here at City TV. The big news here in Lawndale is a change found on the council dais. Former City Council member Robert Pullen-Miles was elected mayor of the city of Lawndale in the recent general election following the passing of beloved Mayor Harold Hoffman, who served the community for nearly 34 years. Our City TV crew was there to cover the swearing-in ceremony.
It was fantastic. I mean, it was standing room only. The air conditioner couldn't hold us all in here. I started sweating, but it was fantastic to see everybody coming out. You know, we got a new mayor, and there's two council members re-elected, and we got a new city clerk. So it's a step in the right direction.
Very exciting night. This happens every 2 years when we swear in the winners of the election in the city, and it starts a new chapter each 2 years. So we're excited to move forward.
It was a wonderful occasion. The presentations were done. The families were here, and I had the honor of swearing in the new mayor, Robert Pullen-Miles. Now you are the mayor of the city of Lawndale.
I mean, I'm just been honored to have the support of the community, and tonight is just very special that we just start this new chapter, not only in my life, but in the life of the residents here in the city of Lawndale. So I'm excited about tonight.
This is a historic day, and I'm so excited for the city of Lawndale, and I'm really proud of my husband, Robert Pullen-Miles, for running a wonderful campaign, and he's going to be and make a great mayor for the city of Lawndale.
I also had the opportunity to see a young woman elected to become the new city clerk.
It was definitely an honor to be amongst such reputable officials in this city, and this means so much to me. I'm eternally grateful for the community members who, thought I could do a good job doing this. I'm really excited for what the future brings, and I look forward to serving the people of Lawndale.
We truly are the heart of the South Bay here in Lawndale, and Lawndale really knows how to take care of business.
The future of Lawndale is very bright. I mean, Robert was on the council, but now he's a mayor, but we're still the same team, and we work well together, and I think the future will be real great for Lawndale.
There's a lot to do, a lot of work to be done, but together we as the people, we're going to make it happen.
The council recently appointed former Planning Commissioner Dan Reed to fill the council seat vacated by newly elected Mayor Robert Pullen-Miles for the remaining 2 years of the term. The peaceful transfer of power is but one of the hallmarks of our great democracy, and recently some of our local high school students got an eye-opening opportunity to see firsthand how our government officials work to serve the community they represent.
Well, this is a super event. As we know, it's our annual Youth and Government Day event, and we have invite students from the 4 local high schools to participate, and it gives them a taste of what city government is all about.
I think it's really important to show some of our students what our local government does, how important it is to be active, to be involved, and make community a better place.
They're going to get a chance to meet our city council members. We also have our congresswoman coming down to speak to the students to tell them what goes on at Washington and how the things in Washington affect what they do here in Lawndale. It gives them a chance to see what goes on in their city and how we provide services to all of them.
It gets our young people involved in government and politics early on. It gets them interested. It's what happens here that really does matter. Oftentimes, young people don't think about it very much, and they just think, well, we have a library. Of course we have fire services and we have the streets are kept clean, but they don't think that this is all managed by city government.
Today I think I'm going to learn like government, how it works, how the local government works, how Lawndale operates, like the mayor from top down, how the city kind of works, and like the people that make it work, and how I can get involved in that, and how I can foreshadow and like get to know my city and how it operates.
A lot of kids just think, hey, I live in a city and that's it. You talk to them today, a lot of them, they're amazed at what it takes to run a city. And a couple of them are really getting interested in maybe even getting in government.
I expect to learn more about politics because I plan to major in political science and also do international studies. So I just want to learn how government works and what to expect if I want to still follow that field.
The group that we had was really good. The kids are enthusiastic. They're college-bound students, really looking to further their education and their careers in community services or even the public sector.
But even if they're not looking for a career in public service, they're going to still get a lot that they're going to be able to take away from it in any job that they're going to look to go into.
Today I learned on how the city itself works and manages itself. I never thought how intricate it was until today. I got to see basically the blueprint of how Lawndale works and what little things we need, which services we need which a lot of us take for granted, such as public cleaning, graffiti, and how there are problems we bring to them. It's a lot harder to change them. It was really eye-opening. I liked it.
I think another thing that's great is a lot of the students are placed in this mock city council, and they're put on the spot with a camera on their face, and they realize that they don't have as much of the vocabulary as they might want, or they don't have the words that they want to say. And I was talking to some of my students at the lunch hour, and a few of them were saying how they want to take a speech course because they realize when the camera gets put on them or when everyone's staring at them, they don't know exactly what to say. So little things like that I think help, because so many high school kids don't realize that you need these type of speaking skills in order to make it in life and go to college and be able to speak in a large panel.
We had a lot of laughter, fun. Besides business, there was a lot of fun, and the kids enjoyed it.
This concludes my report, and I would be happy to entertain any questions you may have.
Are there any comments from the City Council?
We do. How much was the damage?
About $2,000 of damage.
How often does this vandalism occur?
It's not that prevalent in the city, but sometimes it just depends.
Well, there'll be a time when younger people will consider running for office and take our place one day. So this is a great training for those local youth who might consider doing that someday. Well, what I try to do is just go over the agenda in the beginning and explain what they speak on and what part is theirs to address and where they're called to listen, and just to follow the agenda and give them a few suggestions on how they may want to address the concerns that are expressed.
To thank all the members for the public for taking part in this meeting, and it was a great experience being part of this council meeting.
I would like to say thank you for the experience and all the things that you have taught me, and I'd like to furthermore come back next year. Thanks.
Well, every year it just gets better and better. The crop of children we had today, these students was very inquisitive, and they want to know exactly how the government works, not just in the city of Lawndale, but how we interact with them, all levels of government. We had a lot of good discussion, a lot of good questions from these children. I was very impressed.
And these kids are they're super bright. They're super energetic, and I think they enjoy the event overall. We enjoy putting it on for them.
It's not all fun and games, and hopefully there'll be some future leaders in the group today.
But today they got just a glimpse of how we run a city, in particular the city of Lawndale. And so you do see that light go off like, wow, I had no idea all of this was going on at the same time, and how all the things are orchestrated to keep the services here in the city of Lawndale.
I think that this year was very good because there was a little levity in there besides business. It's not all fun and games, and hopefully there'll be some future leaders in the group today.
You can come learn and actively participate in your government. It's a great program.
I definitely enjoyed the day, and I definitely learned different things about administration and how city services work, and it definitely has helped me, still like have that passion for politics and for community service and for the community. So it was definitely really, really helpful, and I hope to continue doing this, and I hope it turns into a career.
They understand now how each job they're going to go into, or each profession that they're going to go into, have some type of workings with the government, and how public policy affects every occupation, and that's what they walked away with today.
A wonderful experience was had by both students and city staff. We look forward to what these future leaders will accomplish in the years ahead. But for now, we celebrate our youth today with the annual Lawndale Youth Day Parade. This year's parade was a tremendous success, and everyone had a wonderful time. Our Lawndale Living camera crew was there to capture this great event.
The 2014 Lawndale Youth Parade is about to start. We have beautiful weather, a bunch of people here viewing, a lot of great floats. I heard some good, exciting things and some surprises coming up. Some classic cars right behind me. It's going to be a good one, guys. Let's take a look.
That's not Wisconsin, because if you directed by Deborah Fenroff and assisted by Johnson Yesterville, and the Mighty Bengals marching band.
I liked it. I saw my little sister perform with her school, so yeah, it was pretty cool to see that.
And they teach cheerleading and dancing, the skills to children. The Billion, and they're coached by Phelan Guillen, who's the choreographer.
We were kind of worried that it would rain today since it rained last night, but we had a pretty good turnout, so I thought overall it went very well.
www.hiresforhire.com. Specializing in piratical fun. They performed in Oakland, Southern California. They've been in the parade.
Students about Jesus Christ in public places. Let's give them a hand.
Chairperson, Lubert Alston, Vice Chairperson, Mariano Velasquez, 4 years now. The team friends of Lawndale Living with local teams to take part in performances, schools, football, and basketball games.
In terms of participation, we're looking at about 1,250 participants today. What's new is actually, the addition of the bike ride. We had the community bike ride from 8:30 to 9:30, just an opportunity to give the people to get some exercise and have some fun on open and closed streets. So although it's not really directly linked to the parade as an event, it's kind of a complimentary, supplemental event for the parade.
Oh, it's a great day. We're doing the bike ride an hour before the parade, doing as many laps as we can in an hour's time. Getting a little winded, but it's good for you.
All right. 7 football trophies, all made possible by the dedication and hard work of I love the banners. Got the kids' pictures of our programs for the students before and after school, and this is their first year in the parade. And then also bringing back this Youth Day Parade.
We're just going to represent the city of Lawndale because we're our Lawndale Pirates Little League team, and we're here to show them that we actually care about our city, and we're wearing our team name with pride, And it's actually my first time in the parade, so I'm stoked about it.
Parade now for 3 years.
Also served the Lawndale Living community for over 30 years.
This program was founded in 2009, and this is the advanced group of students. William Green Elementary School, Puerto Rico number 2.
The horses were awesome. The little girls dancing. It was all great. I enjoyed the horses, the tamborazo. Everything was awesome. You guys did a great job. And next year will be even better, right?
And again, these kids meet at the Lawndale Community Center on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
We all are getting together because we're going to be part of the Pirates Parade here in Lawndale. It's a every year event. I guess it's one of the most important events for youth in this city we are invited and we are really, really happy to be part of it.
The dancers learn about culture, discipline, and develop motor skills while learning to socialize with other kids. And they meet at the Lawndale Community Center on Mondays and Wednesdays.
In the team side.
We're actually very excited. Everybody's here, reunited with the families, and very excited. The girls practiced a lot. Everybody practiced a lot. Parents were participating with the kids as well.
It's very exciting about the whole thing. The kids get very excited. They've been preparing themselves for a very long time. I love it. I think this is a very good experience for the entire family.
Five languages.
Dance program was founded in 2009, and this group is comprised of students in the 1st through 5th grades, and they're under the direction of Victor Zambrano.
Well, I love it. I come out every year to support my city of Lawndale. It was great. It was awesome. The folklorico girls, the horses, the tamborazo. It was just great.
Lawndale Cardinals. Their spirit squad. Yeah.
Shirley Rudolph, trustee for 21 years of service. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to that color guard. I think that's from the.
I really liked it. It's really unique. I guess not a lot of cities do this, so I really liked it.
It was great. It was really fun. I liked it. I'll be back next year.
If you'd like to find out more about the Lawndale Youth Day Parade or any of the other great programs and services offered, you can call the Lawndale Community Services Department at area code 310-973-3270 or visit them online at www.lawndalecity.org. Our youth accomplish many great things, but sometimes kids just want to play. And what better way to serve our younger community members than by replacing and updating playground equipment? Our Lawndale Living camera crew was on hand for the grand opening.
Today we're at Jane Addams Park here in the city of Lawndale. We have brand new equipment, new playground equipment. We're really excited. So this is going to be our first official day where the community can enjoy this playground equipment.
It's especially joyful to me, speaking as a former park superintendent. It's great to see this. This is better than some of the parks I had when I was in charge of a couple other cities' parks. And this is in my own city, so I'm especially proud of it.
You know, open space and park space is very important for the health of our families, for the health of our children. So we're really excited that this is going to bring brand new vigor here in the city of Lawndale, and this park in particular, where our kids can come and have a good time. They can run and get exercise. They can have a picnic here in the park, and we're just really excited. So Saturday, I'm going to be really interested to see how many kids come out and enjoy the new equipment.
Well, you got to have parks. It's a place for the kids to get off the streets and play, and even adults come in here and use it. It's just something we have to do.
This is brand new equipment replacing the old equipment that was approximately 18 years old. So this is a huge project, a great project for the city of Lawndale.
This is going to be enjoyed by kids for years to come, and it's very safe, new, modern, safe plastic equipment, no sharp edges.
Here at Jane Addams Park we have 3 play areas, which is comprised of the large playground equipment system right behind us with the treehouse theme. And then over here to our right, included in the large playground areas, we have a new swing set with 8 swings. Over to our left over here, we have an interactive climbing feature over here in the large play area. And also the base of the playground system is microfiber wood chips, which is much more visually pleasing and actually safer than sand. The playground is new, modern, exciting, and interactive for the kids. Much better than the old playground equipment.
And I'm really proud on behalf of the school board in Lawndale, the elementary school board, that this is happening for our children. I'm very thankful to the city for doing this.
Well, we're doing all kinds of stuff with the parks. You know, we're doing the same thing over at Rogers that we're doing here. And then we're expanding Hogan's Park, and then we're building a brand new park. So there's going to be a lot of parks for the kids to play in.
It's good for the youth to get out the house and be able to have access to this great new playground. I know when I was young, we didn't have that many accessible, and I lived in Lawndale my whole life, so it's good that we're getting our kids to exercise more and be more active.
Swings, the playground, the new equipment. This is for the kids, children of Lawndale. You know, we're trying to get them away from electronic devices and get them out to the park because, you know, heart healthy. And again, you know, we are the heart of the South Bay.
We are a wellness district. We work on the nutrition of our children as well as the physical activity. And this is just one more way that we can combat obesity and make sure our children are healthy. So on behalf of the school board, I really thank the City Council for doing this and looking out for the interest of our children.
If you're watching this, come on out and bring the kids, young and old. I think even a few of us adults can go down these slides and have fun.
If you'd like to find out more about the new playground equipment or any of the other great youth programs here in Lawndale, you can call the Community Services Department at area code 310-973-3270 or visit them on the web at www.lawndalecity.org. Recognition for a job well done is important, especially when the job is difficult. For that reason, the Lawndale Rotary Club held its annual Deputy and Firefighter of the Year Award in recognition of the tremendous work of our public safety personnel. Our Lawndale Living camera crew was there to file this report.
Welcome everyone to Lawndale Rotary's 2014 Firefighter and Deputy of the Year Recognition Luncheon. This event is actually 23 years old, and we had a few members way back then who thought that it was very important to honor and to recognize those that put their lives on the lines for us each and every day right here in this community.
When we're looking at the criteria, obviously we want to look at somebody who really all our personnel were very fortunate, especially here at Fire Station 21. We have some really high quality people.
It's definitely a hard decision for me to make. I have to look at a variety of things. And yes, there's other deputies that do outstanding job just as Dean does. However, Dean has really stood out over some of the other deputies recently.
It's a great honor to have been chosen Deputy of the Year. I really enjoy working with the City of Lawndale. It truly is a great place to work.
You know, we're just out there doing our jobs, and to get recognized like this, it feels great. It's a great honor.
So on behalf of the entire Sheriff's Department, I congratulate and thank our honorees today for their exceptional professionalism and service. And I thank you all, again, for recognizing them and allowing me to be but a small part of today's festivities.
When we approached Captain Tachiyama, he was very flattered to be honored like that. And then when it came down to us finding out the exact date of when he was going to be honored, unfortunately, he had a family vacation already planned. We just wanted to try and honor somebody who really stood out, and Captain Tachiyama is one of those people. He's a very dependable person. He's very calm under pressure. He does a great job on emergency incidents and also administratively too.
All the deputies at Lawndale do an outstanding job, but I really wanted to recognize Deputy Dean Omura because he always goes one step beyond what is needed.
At South Los Angeles Station, we have many great deputies, and for me to get honored as Deputy of the Year, I couldn't have done it without them, without my supervisors and the other deputies being out there, because it's a team effort.
Dean is truly a quality human being, not just a quality deputy sheriff, but a quality human being that cares about his community, cares about people, and wants to make a difference, and he is the real deal.
You know, all I can tell you about Dean is he has always been the calmest, easygoingest guy, but if you give him a task, you don't have to worry about it. He gets it done, always gets it done.
Everybody likes to be recognized for the good work that they're doing, and Dean is no different from John Q. Citizen. But it means something when you have an assistant sheriff and a chief and a commander and a battalion chief in the fire department coming down to say thank you.
We like to think Lawndale is a little small community, and we appreciate what the sheriffs do and what the fire department does, and they don't get patted on the back enough, that I don't think. So whenever we can do something like this, to tell them they're doing a great job and we appreciate them. I think it's good for the morale for them and the morale for the whole department.
Well, Rotary is all about service above self. That's one of our mottos. And if anybody puts service above self, it is the deputies and the firefighters.
The Rotary Club, we really appreciate all their hard work that goes into an event like this, and ultimately it's just another positive thing in the city of Lawndale. By
Recognizing them is to be able just to stand behind them, let them know that the community is behind them, that Rotary is behind them 100%, and to recognize their achievements and what they do here in the community. It's about appreciation.
If you'd like to find out more about the Lawndale Rotary Club, you can visit them on the web at www.lawndaleRotary.com. We'd like to thank the Rotary Club for their unwavering support of public safety, and we salute firefighter Eugene Tachiyama and Deputy Dean Amura for their outstanding commitment to service excellence. Job well done. And speaking of recognition for a job well done, the city recently recognized longtime Mayor Harold Hoffman by renaming the community center in his honor. Our Lawndale Living camera crew was there to bring you this tribute.
Tonight, we're going to celebrate the life of a magnificent man, a man who cared a lot about this city, a man who's known throughout the South Bay, throughout the state of California for his commitment to public service. Tonight, we're going to dedicate a building in the honor of Mayor Harold Hoffman. Harold Hoffman was one of the longest serving mayors in LA County in the state of California, and it's not just because he was the longest serving mayor, but he served with honor and distinction, and that's why we are proud to dedicate this community center in his honor. He worked so hard to make this community center a reality, we thought it would be only fitting that it should bear his name. Is that all right?
Our late mayor was actually elected the year I was born, so until recently he was the only mayor that I actually knew. And but yeah, he was a great man. I remember him making house calls all the time, and it was an honor to actually even share a birthday with him. So it's really nice to have this plaque up here.
There was an option for 3 different models on the building. The original concept was for a single-story building, a much smaller building. But Harold made the case that looking at the library being single-story and how full it is, we should be looking towards the future and thinking about, this is going to get used, and he was right.
I just want the residents to know, and the Hoffman family, that Harold's name's on the building, but look around, Harold's still here. He's behind you in the library, the city hall, the streets, the storm drains, the gutters. Harold's still here. So when you think about Harold being gone, he's not.
And if he told me once, he told me a couple dozen times that this is the People's Community Center. And that's what he thought it was, and that's what he wanted it to be. And as everybody knows, Mayor Hoffman was also the People's Mayor. So what's more fitting than the People's Mayor's name being on the community center that belongs to the people?
When we opened this building, I think it was in January a year ago, when he stood up and he looked, and the building was full, and he pointed, and he says, "Wow, this is Lawndale." He was so proud of the building. And I and the rest of the Hoffman family are proud of the building. And we're thrilled tonight and this evening as you dedicate it to his legacy and his honor and his memory. Harold Hoffman was one of a council of 5. Harold Hoffman had a city staff behind him. And the city staff worked diligently writing grants and doing things that needed to be done to get the funding put together for the building to be built. And Harold also knew he had to have the citizens' support. And it took all of us together to make sure this building was here. Wow, in the city of Lawndale.
1, 2, 3. The Harold E. Hoffman Lawndale Community Center.
As a fitting remembrance, the Harold E. Hoffman Lawndale Community Center will long serve the people of Lawndale, just as Mayor Hoffman did during his long life of public service. Now let's take a look at some of the great events and programs that are coming your way with the Lawndale Living Community Calendar. Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of Lawndale Living. If you'd like to find out more about any of the programs you've seen on the show today, give us a call at area code 310-973-3200 or go to the city's website at www.lawndalecity.org. And if you have an idea for an upcoming episode of Lawndale Living, or if you have any questions, give us a call at area code 310-973-3259 or by emailing us at citytv@lawndalecity.org. Remember, you can always find out when a show will be on by going to the City TV program guide at www.lawndalecity.org/TV guide. This will give you a complete listing of all of the great shows on Lawndale City TV. We will leave you now with a slideshow from the recent Volunteer Award ceremony. And for all those here at Lawndale City TV, I'm your host, Anita Callett-Berry. We'll see you next time.